So what is going on, people? Welcome to episode 54 of the Peterborough United career mode here on FIFA 23. I hope you're well. And well, it's bleeding hot in the UK at the moment, but I'm recording this at 9:45 at night. It is, I've still got the windows open, but my word, there's a breeze in the air. It's down to about 18 degrees. The past few episodes I've been recording in nearly 30-degree heat. I've got no fan on in here. The window's open, but there's no breeze. I'm just absolutely melting, but I feel pretty good for the first time in a while recording. So, you know, let's see if that correlates into performances today. If you are looking forward to the episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel as well. And well, we are actually quite close to the end of the season now. We're in the month of April. If we have a look at what is to come today, we have 3 games for you. We start with a home game against Man City. We did win the reverse fixture earlier in the season. We then have a trip to Forest before a trip to Villa Park that was rearranged from earlier in the season. Last episode, it didn't go as badly as I thought. Just that performance away at Brentford, really not ideal. But yeah, so that's what's to come today. We will finish the season in the next episode. We won't get through all 5 of these games, which we will play, which we will sim. I'm not too sure at this moment in time, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. If we have a look at the Premier League table as it stands, with 8 games to go, we are still sat in a European spot. 15 wins out of our 30 games, so I would never have expected to hit that this season, which is fantastic. But yeah, we're 2 points off Europa League, 4 points off of the Champions League. Newcastle was certainly catchable. We've had some good games against them this season. We're 2 points clear of West Ham as it stands, but we have a game in hand. We did have a 5-point advantage. If we somehow manage to beat City today, we will extend that gap and we'll actually go above Chelsea depending on their result. We have a fairly healthy goal difference, but it could be better. It's only better than Newcastle around us. Well, obviously West Ham and Spurs, but in the European spots, that is. So yeah, we've got City today, who sit in second, very much in that title race, and then Forest, who are sat in ninth, actually having a pretty good season of their own, and then Villa down in the relegation zone, so they are fighting for Premier League survival. But well, without any further ado then, this is what the squad looks like. Garner he's been at 90 for a while, but even still 90 is absolutely outrageous. Yeah, some good growth in the squad, very happy with this squad. Let's go and play Man City, shall we? This is the City lineup then for this first game of the episode. Ederson in goal. Walker-Peters, Diaz, Bastoni and Cancelo. The back 4. Goetze, Rosa and Müller in the midfield, with Rodgers, Haaland and Foden in the front 3. Grealish there on the bench. Gio Reyna, Dani Olmo. So plenty of familiar faces. Of course, Thomas Müller, certainly the villain of the piece the last time these two met. He scored the opening goal, but then got himself sent off, and the man advantage, I think, certainly helped us in that turnaround win after being 2-0 down. Oh my word. Bastoni's gone in for a bit of a lunge there on Elias. Is there going to be a card dished out here? Elias looks in some pain. It's a yellow card for Bastoni, and we will get up from that tackle. Zabani, he's going to have a strike, you know. Oh. He has got a strike on him, but unfortunately from that distance it was fairly easy for Ederson. Straight down his throat. Elias tries to knock it down for Ghana. But yeah, City, of course, plenty of firepower. Although Morgan Rogers on that right hand side, not too sure whether he's just grown very well to be a part of that squad, or whether he is just filling in maybe for... Well, they've got Grealish on the bench, so maybe not too sure why he's not playing, but there we go. And Haaland is in, and Haaland, well, with his right foot, has tried to find the far corner, but Bentley not really troubled, but dangerous play on the edge of our area. We really couldn't get near Man City then. Jankovic turns well. We're actually going to have to use him again here. Get this one out wide. Nice spray of the ball to Estrada, who was going to look to cut inside, but Burrows was making the run, but it's not a great pass towards him. It's a lovely quick ball through to Haaland. He's on it again. He's just skipped away from Edwards as if he's not even there. And he's towards the byline, and that is a lovely finish. And it is Thomas Muller again who finds himself in the right place at the right time for Man City and puts us a goal behind. Well, he did the same. I can't remember if he scored the first or second goal in the reverse fixture. But Haaland is the man creating it, and Edwards just didn't get near him. It's not great play considering Muller is almost in the 6-yard area unmarked. Not too sure what Zabani and Jankovic are doing between them. Sigurdsson. Garner. It's Jankovic who's into the area. And Jankovic, or is it Estrada? No, I think it's Estrada. Is it? Oh no, it is Jankovic. He's grabbed his first goal for Peterborough. Really well worked. Little intricate play. And actually, the final pass from Estrada maybe not needed. But once Bastoni had committed that far over, it then opened up the space for Jankovic, who's just put his foot straight through it. Edison can't get near it. It's right into the side netting. And while Jankovic has had a slow start to his Peterborough career, the guy who came in from Spain for, just over £45 million, a lot of expectation on his shoulders, but hasn't been majorly convincing, hasn't contributed majorly to the side either. But that is certainly a good way to make your first major contribution, a goal against Manchester City. Is on the overlap, and Elias will find him, and there's a ball in the middle there. That's not the ball that I meant. Sigurdsson has knocked that on for Estrada though, who will hit it first time and forces a fine save from Edison. Low down to his left as Estrada looking to hassle Walker-Peters. Sigurdsson made a really good use of that actually. That wasn't the ball I intended. I actually wanted that into Garner, and that pass into Garner wasn't ideal. But yeah, the cross sort of wayward. Sigurdsson did really well to recycle it, knock it onto Estrada, who forced a very good save. There's a lot of space on this left-hand side. Really well intercepted from Edwards. Oh, Sigurdsson's lost out though. Nezovic tries to get in on it. And well, it's a shot from Rosa. I know it's Goetze actually, I do apologise. But Bentley has enough time to see it and get it around the post. Short corner taken to Phil Foden. We'll try and get... it's a good save, but it's really poor defending. He's done that whole thing. I switched to one player and then they've stopped the move that they were doing. And now, it's a header at the near post. And Muller wins. But it's gone straight into the palms of Bentley. And I think that is going to be half-time unless there is one potential goal in it. But Bastoni has done really well to just snuff Elias out. And that will be the half-time whistle, 1-1. A fairly even first half, it must be said. City always looking dangerous going forward. But they are vulnerable at the back. Just need to pick our moments. Edison's made a fine save from Estrada. And now we will get this forward, Estrada. It's just overran that, but Burrows actually is capitalised, and there's a big gap there that Ruben Diaz has left. And Garner could get away from his man. Joseph Garner has put it wide. Maybe Edison flying at him has put him off. He gets to the ball before the Brazilian keeper. Puts it the wrong side of the post. And it's not very often that Joseph Garner will miss a gilt-edge opportunity like that. But Sigurdsson is in behind. And Sigurdsson won't waste his chance. He finds the back of the net. And we've turned it round again against Manchester City. From a losing position to a winning one. We've turned it around. Not quite the deficit we had to overcome at the Etihad. But one more touch. You thought Diaz would have got a toe in there. But Sigurdsson, ball under his spell. And it's a lovely, lovely finish. Just put his laces through it. Nice bit of up and down on there. And City find themselves behind again. If we could do a double over Man City this season, that would be absolutely ludicrous. Nezovic almost getting a toe in there. There's plenty of space for Morgan Rogers over this side. Haaland. Miller's turned really well. Had the strike. And Foden has done really well. It's a very good save. Victor Gomez throwing himself at that, thinking the rebound might lead to an immediate shot. And it's Gio Reyna who's coming on for Morgan Rogers. Foden with the corner. And then Edwards, has got his head on it, but he's put it out for another corner. I suppose anywhere will do. As Olmo comes on for Rosa. They're throwing on the big guns now that they are behind. Another ball in. Edwards needs to get there. He doesn't, but Bentley away to his right. Burrows on the line. Not needed as the keeper thrust himself at that one. Muller. Garner. It's actually Nezovic there, but another corner. City keeping up this pressure. Short into Dani Olmo. Out to the edge. Haaland. We need to be careful there. Foden ball in. Oh, it's a lovely block from Zabani. Really nice attempted finish from Cancelo. The little scissor kick, but Zabani in the right place. I think he got his thigh on that to turn it up and over the bar. Muller turns Nezovic really, really well. And the ball in here is Cancelo. And it's, well, it had made its way out, but Foden is in. And Foden has just rifled that one into the back of the net. He's not hanging around. He's getting the ball. He wants to try and grab a winner for his side, but we've just allowed Phil Foden. That's a poor ball out from Estrada. We've just allowed the defenders to see him and just go, yep, all right, no problem. There you go, mate. There's Walker Peters on the overlap. Nezovic trying to track his man. Garner tries to get a toe in and gets another toe in and dispossesses Ruben Diaz, and he could be away because Bastoni is sleeping. Joseph Garner will finish this one off, and it's a superb finish and a superb piece of play from the captain. Does really well not to give up on this one. Just dispossesses Ruben Diaz not once but twice. A long way to go, but Bastoni absolutely nowhere, and he's got time to pick his spot and find it with an absolute aplomb. And well, it's 3-2, just like it was in the last tie between these two teams. Bastoni needs to get this up the pitch for his team. And it's out. Oh, Gomez, it's a big header infield. Well, that is surely going to be that. There's Garner. Little ball over the top for Sigurdsson. He could be away. He is away from Bastoni. Sigurdsson has finished the game off. We will win this game. Arne Sigurdsson with his second of the afternoon. And this, well, sends the crowd into ruptures. Even I'm over there giving it big. The security struggling to hold people back. Even the police are involved. Those Man City fans in the corner cannot believe what's happened to their side. Drawn a massive, well, dagger to the heart in terms of their title race. But I love a lovely finish from Arne Sigurdsson. Put a lovely ball over the top. The counter was on, and that was the last kick of the game. And what a win to start the episode. City certainly good going forward, but when it comes to defensively, not great. And as a title team, it was I completely forgot to say as well, it was a case of irresistible force meets immovable object in this game, because we've scored the most goals this season and City had conceded the least, and look, they've, well, dominated the game arguably, and we've come away with a 4-2 win. That is a very good way to start this episode. And how does that leave us looking in the table? Still in 6th. 2 points clear of West Ham still. So they are there. I think I saw they won actually. Chelsea up into 4th. But we're 2 points off Champions League now. Depending on Newcastle's game in hand, of course. But for us next, it's to the City ground to take on Nottingham Forest. On a pretty grey day here in Nottingham, this is how Forest line up. Galini in goal, back 4 of Back, Worrell, Zubeldia and Parisi. Midfield 3 of Decore, Varela and Veerman, with Dennis, Moyes, Keane and Cabral up top. Any options on the bench? Sakanyi, Awoyini there as well, Baron-Saya. It's not too bad. When we did play Forest earlier in the season, we are unchanged. When we did play Forest earlier in the season, they actually beat us. They came out of the blocks, all guns blazing, and took an early 2-0 lead. I think we were able to grab a goal back, but just couldn't get near them, really. Really good performance from Forest to start that game. And yeah, we just never really recovered, although Estrada could be... Oh, trying to curl one. Oh, good tackle from Nezovic. He's actually won us the throw-in. Fair play to him. Really up for this game today. Well, most of our players, but certainly Nezovic looks so. Garner. Estrada is in behind, and Angel Estrada will find this bottom corner. And well, I said in the reverse fixture that Forest were the ones that come out of the blocks. And if anything in this game, it's us who have done exactly that. We look so fired up for this game. A lovely finish from Angel Estrada. He hasn't scored too many, it feels like, this season, but still a very key part of our team. But yeah, we've come out of the blocks, all guns firing. We look certainly up for this. Reminds me of the performance away at Wolves earlier in the season. But it's a wonderful start hit. Jankovic really does well. And Sigurdsson, Garner around Joe Worrell, has the touch, has the strike, but it's a good save from Galini. Can only parry it though. Now Elias can move this forward into Sigurdsson. Get this out wide to Estrada. It's a lovely ball. There's a ball inside for Nezovic, and he will take the strike. Oh, I thought the touch might help him to set himself and get a bit more accuracy on it, but as it is, he's just hit it straight at Galini. Jankovic, after scoring that goal in the last game, is like a man possessed in this one. Absolutely everywhere, like a rash. And that will be half time. I got so carried away and engrossed in that, I didn't even realise what the time was. But what a performance in that first half. Yeah, Moise Kean had that strike on goal, but that's all we've limited them to. It's been all us so far in this game. We've looked absolutely brilliant and good value for our lead. Parisi now involved, and there's a gap there. And well, thankfully for us, the strike from Veerman is not exactly troubling. Let's put it that way. Estrada. Oh, mate. If it was in, if that pass had come off, Sigurdsson was in. Oh, Edwards has inadvertently done quite well there. Get this away. Ah, gap was there, but the door closed. Jankovic can't quite get a toe in. Victor Gomez can though, but it's fallen straight to Moise Kean. And that's a lovely finish from Moise Kean. Gomez trying to come across. He made the one tackle, trying to come across and make the other, but Moise Kean's body strength held him off. And well, Sabani and Edwards just not looking alive. And Keane's bent that one into the far corner. Trying to get it forward. Oh, Zabani doesn't make that. And now Keane trying to come forward. That's a lovely first time pass from Veerman out to Cabral. Zabani needs to stay with him. Oh, he's got the tackle in. And Keane has fired that one into the top corner. Second half, this has absolutely just imploded. We were so good in the first half. Second half, we've been absolutely woeful. I have no idea what the reason is for it, but just completely falling apart. None of our passing is coming off. Everything just feels delayed, feels loose, feels misplaced. We've thrown this one away into Cabral. Gomez needs to stay with him and does. But it's going to be, if it's going to be anything for us in this game, it needs to be soon. Garner has released Saunders. Has he got the pace to get away from Zubeldia? Cut this one back. Garner into Saunders. We'll have the strike across goal. And Zachary Saunders has rescued a point. The young man has rescued a point when it all seemed lost, when it all seemed hopeless. I'm over there again. They've been so bad in this second half. The Forest fans cannot believe it up in behind the goal. But yeah, trying to get it back to Garner, and that toe just inadvertently diverts it into Saunders' path. And he's just one touch, bang, to hit it. And well, you could argue that Galini needs to be doing better. It's pretty much right at him. I'm doing the mannequin challenge, I think. Is that what it's called? God, I'm too old for that. But Zachary Saunders may well have just rescued us a point. And he has done indeed. There goes the final whistle. What a performance. What a tale. What a Jekyll and Hyde performance is what I should be saying. First half, we were hot. Bleep it. Hot. Why did you say it again? Second half, we were just the first word. So, yeah. We should have won that game. We should have won that game. Thank God for Zachary Saunders. I accidentally skipped the opening section. So this is how Villa line up. Ray in goal. Back four. Kesler Hayden, Bogard, Chambers and Salah. Then Donker and Sanson in the midfield with Ricky Puig out on the right. Zerbin on the left. Shashua up with Ollie Watkins. Only 79 rated. I would have thought he'd be higher. We've got Taremi on the bench. I can see now why Villa are struggling. This isn't a brilliant side for the Premier League, it must be said. We have made one change. As you might guess, Saunders has come in after that. We've dropped Sigurdsson, pushed Estrada through the middle. And we're going to see how it goes for this game on a pretty wet, miserable night here in Birmingham. Waiting for support. And it comes in the shape of Harrison Burrows. And it's going to be played... What is that? What is that? Come on, lads. That's simple play, that is. Oh, Zabani has missed the tackle on Watkins. And now he's got to recover. Watkins into the area. He slides it across for his partner. And that's going to be a really simple 1-0 for Aston Villa. Zabani with the mistake. And it is Mehdi Taremi, the man we highlighted before the game, who's come on for Shishua. And that'll be one of the easier goals that they will score. But Ollie Watkins just able to get away from Mehdi Taremi, from Zabani after committing to the tackle. It was a very, considering there was nothing, oh my word, in behind him. Yeah, he committed to that, and ultimately paid the ultimate price for missing out on it, really. Elias Garner, love the strike, but it's not troubling rate. It's not the greatest start to this game for us. And we just about managed to get... Come on, boys. Jesus wept. Let's get... Oh, there's a race on there. And Elias has found Joseph Garner, who will take that into his stride, and Joseph Garner will not miss that. And rather fortuitously, we have a level up. Really good play from Elias first time round, just to poke it around the corner for Joseph Garner. Well, once he was in that position, he ain't going to miss. Really good play. He's beaten Bogard, all ends up for pace. Joseph Garner one-on-one with Ray. Well, he's picked his spot. He's finding it. It's 1-1, and we've rather, like I said, rather fortunate to get back into this one. It's a nice through ball to find Ricky Boyd. I keep saying his last name different every time I say it. I just don't know how to say it when it's like that. Mehdi Taremi. Just like that, they're back and front. What can you say about that defending? Woeful is what? Just 3 men everywhere. Good finish from Taremi. He has his second. Shot it. Is Garner onside? I think he might be. Elias. There's a long ball. Oh, Garner has nipped in. And Joseph Garner is in. And he will get a second. And how... Well, we said the first one was fortunate. That one, even more so. There's a Peterborough fan then that snuck in at the Holt's end. That is remarkably brave. Wearing a Peterborough shirt. He'll surely be thrown out there. But such lax defending. And Garner able to pick up on the loose. Oh, just inexplicable defending when Joseph Garner is lurking about. And that will be the last action of the first half. How we're level in this game, I have no idea. Yeah, playing against 2 strikers at this level isn't very common and is proving a bit of a nuisance already. That's a lovely pass. But yeah, it's not very often you see 2 up front formations in the Premier League. Unless you're Big Sam. But Saunders is in behind. Well, no, he's not in behind, but Garner is in behind. And Joseph Garner will make it 3-2. That's a hat-trick. And Villa have committed defensive suicide there. That is... You can't play like that against Joseph Garner. But what do we always say? If the gaps are there, we will find them and we will exploit them. That's a very good finish, actually. I had to put a fair bit of power on that finesse, considering the defender was closing in. That's a poor pass at the back. And Saunders has got space to move into here. Zachary Saunders finds Burrows. Back to Saunders. Oh, it's almost found its way to Nezovic. Maybe guilty of overplaying it slightly. Jankovic, I think, got something on that. Saunders definitely got something on that. We're certainly looking alive now that we've got ahead in this game. It's a good ball out to Kesler Hayden, though, and he's on the charge. That's a great ball to the back. What a header that is. It's a great ball. Why you would opt for the diving header there, I have no idea, but Bentley had no answer for it. What a header that is. That's a whip to start with, and then boom! Bentley could be doing better there for sure. Fair play to that. He's properly Superman that as well. The connect. Fair play. I respect it. You know what? I'm happy to concede a goal like that. If it's a cross like that and a Superman diving header, then you deserve a goal. But it means we have to try and get ahead again in this game. Oh my word. He's gone straight through the back of him there. Estrada, that could be... What colour card is that going to be? That's the question. It could be... It is a red. It's a straight red for Morgan Sanson. I'm not surprised. It was a horrendous tackle. Just straight through the back of Estrada. Oh, that's nasty. Going to make a couple of changes, I think. Look at Saunders. Salah, who's making his way forward. Gomez needs to stick with him. He's played it in the channel for Cardona. Watkins is there at the front post. But it's not really a lot on it to force a proper save. And now Koulibaly has played in behind to Garner, and Sigurdsson is in. And Arne Sigurdsson will finish this game, we hope. Just over 10 minutes to go. And again, the counter-attack. Villa cannot deal with it. The spaces at the back there to be exploited. And the substitute comes on and makes an immediate impact. Koulibaly involved as well. The ball through to Garner. But when Sigurdsson was in that position with that much space, takes the ball a little bit closer, my liking. But able to get the finish away. That's all that matters in an extraordinary game here at Villa Park, where goal scoring is not done yet. 4-3 it is to us. Can we hold on for the points? Into the final few minutes now. Zubin, the Superman, into Ricky Puig. Oh, it's a lovely piece of play, and Cardona will find the back of the net. It's a really good piece of play from Villa. Had us at 6s and 7s. And well, maybe on the face of it, you could say that they deserve the draw. It's been one hell of a game, as there's absolute limbs in the whole end. Substitutes. I think the manager's in there as well. Unai Emery, you can see, going absolutely wild. But the football just didn't know which way to turn with the defenders. And the football, absolutely superb, picking us apart. And well, it is 4-4. Is there going to be any very late drama? Potentially. Koulibaly trying to get something going. Garner into Sigurdsson. Cut back from Arne Sigurdsson. Is there... Oh, there is a late goal! It's... Oh my word, Arne Sigurdsson. He's absolutely broken Aston Villa hearts. I'm scampering down the touchline. I'm there again in the celebrations. Oh my word. The Peterborough fans go wild in that corner. That's all you can hear. Look at the Villa players' hearts broken. I thought the chance had gone, but we were allowed to cut back. He manages to find the shot, and it's low into the corner, causing a real problem for Ray to be able to get down that low that quickly. What a substitution Arne Sigurdsson has turned out to be. You can see the fans going mad in the background. 5-4. Oh, and it's the final kick of the game as well. What a win that is. As Garner again gets a match ball. Don't even know how many goals he scored this season now. Must be nearly 40, I would say. But oh, I'm breathless after that. What a game that was. What an episode this has been. We were down and out many times in that one. Garner and Sigurdsson saving the day. Garner, well, Sigurdsson the match winner, but obviously for Garner's goals we wouldn't be there. And that, look at the game, 50% possession each, 7 shots each. We've snatched one at the death there. 4-4 would have been a fair result, but we weren't going down like that. What a performance, what a win. That'll live long in the memory, you feel. And well, where does that leave us in the standings? We still sit in 6th. We just cannot close the gap to the teams above us. We're 3 points clear of West Ham as it stands. Of course, heading into the last episode of the season, the title very much still up. You know, 3 teams in that, both the Manchester clubs and Arsenal in there. We could still very much finish in a European spot. West Ham probably still in the race, but outsiders for sure. I'm sure there's going to be lots of... I don't know who's playing who. But we will see as we progress through. Forest, you think, too far to try and get a late European spot. So I would say the lowest we'll finish this season is 7th, I would suggest. But can we hang on for European football? I can't believe Liverpool's down in 14th. Oh, look at that. How much would a point have meant to Villa? They would have climbed out the bottom 3. But there you go. So that is how it looks heading into the final episode of the season. And, this is what we have to come. An away game at Everton. A home game against United. A home game against Leeds. A home game against West Brom. And an away trip to Spurs to finish the season. I'm not too sure which games we'll play, which games we'll sim, but obviously when we come to it, I will know for sure. Guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, that was absolutely breathtaking. Please pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're looking forward to the end of the season and potential European qualification. Then I will see you in the next one.